Happy Friday, everybody. Today we're going to look at some Microtrains covered hoppers. Alrighty, so it's come time to finally look at my covered hoppers from Microtrains. This came as an 8-car runner pack. I believe it's 993000819. 8 cars in the pack, and I ended up scamming them on eBay for $180 shipped. I want to say these originally sold for $220, $230 MSRP. Not 100% sure on that. These have been discontinued at this point. But I did want to take a look at these because you can still buy newer versions of these for about the same price on eBay and other places. And I really think this is a good product for people to get into if you're kind of looking for that slightly higher than intermediate level piece of rolling stock. And the reason why I can almost justify the price on these, and we'll get to the total price point here in a minute, but these were kind of some of the first higher end cars that I ever purchased for my layout, and they really opened me up to obviously Microtrains couplers and trucks and how nice and smooth they ran. But these are, to the best of my knowledge, pretty close to properly weighted, and that really makes a difference when you're used to just cheap rolling stock. When you get something that is properly weighted, and the difference it makes for smooth running and how it interacts with the engine, it really can be game-changing for a beginner moving into the intermediate class, and this was that for me. So I have a little bit of a special attachment to these, and to be honest, now that I have more experience, I know how to upgrade cars and whatnot, I probably overpaid for these, but the $22 to $25 range for these is not completely outrageous, knowing how reliable they are. Compared to some of my other covered hoppers, these really don't suffer any of the problems like backing through turnouts and things like that. You can do some switching work with these, and they're super reliable. They're easy to couple and uncouple. There is kind of a thing, especially with lighter cars and truck mount Microtrains wheel sets, decoupling can be difficult. They don't tend to stay on the rails really well. These don't deal with that problem. If you are into doing the switching routine, these are an awesome car for that. They do happen to suffer from the usual Microtrains bobble effect. However, in a nice long consist with lots of weight behind it, they really don't deal with that issue. They are fully extended when being pulled, and coming down a hill, they tend to just all roll forward because they're relatively heavy for their size and stay in that position. So with enough weight behind them, they do function properly. And like I said, for a car that is kind of short, which can sometimes be difficult moving through turnouts, shorter wheelbase, and being heavy, they certainly do move through turnouts awesome. And that was kind of a game changer for me, and I've really appreciated how great these cars are, on the track ever since I got them. And so that does weigh on my opinion of these, because at this point, I think I'm even starting to wear maybe a wheel set out on some of these. They're starting to pull a little hard. So I can't even quantify the amount of hours I have running on these things, but it's over 100 hours at least. I mean, they've really been put through their paces on my layout and have been rock solid the entire time. Let's just get an up-close look, and I'm struggling with my lights tonight. Had some batteries die, so we'll try to do the best I can to get these in focus and properly lit here, but I believe those are 1015s. No, that's not right. I can't remember the coupler number off the top of my head. 1035, there we go. That's what I was looking for. they've ran great ever since I got them. Like I said, I think I'm actually starting to wear either the truck out or the wheel set out. They're getting a little tough to pull, but one of the first cars that I got that had really nice stencil work, and I was super impressed with these when I first got them. I do have some cars now that definitely outdo them, but for the time, they sure seemed super high quality. The molding on this is really nice. You know, that little access door thing down there, that's really cool. They're just really super high quality. You can even see the chain on the brakes. That's an indication of good molding. And the walkways are all pretty consistent and look really nice. I think these actually do open on some of them. This particular set I haven't really messed with. There is the weight on the inside. They are, like I said, relatively heavy, so they do run really nice and smooth. And relatively decent detail on the bottom. Although bottom detail is not really a game changer for me, but it is nice when it's there. This is going to be a little bit difficult because I do really love these pieces of rolling stock. They are personally one of my favorites. They really capture that BNSF vibe for me. You see a lot of these in 3-bay style, I guess. The 3-bay option of these are very common in my area, and those are just astronomically expensive. So these are really the more budget option to get this kind of look with your BNSF consists. But at $180 for a set of 8, $22.50 is probably overpaying for these. Despite them being excellent runners, they're set it and forget it. They function excellent through all sorts of weird turnouts and odd track patterns. They're just great. They really are. If you could get them for that $20 price point, you would be money ahead. These are awesome. That's only a little bit of a premium over taking some budget rolling stock and putting Microtrains wheel sets under them. That generally puts you in the $12 to $15 range. The excellent look of these, the quality molding, and the precise, ability to have them run on your layout really gives them some extra added value, in my opinion. And for that price point, that $20, 100% buy these all day. I see the runner packs tend to come out about $25 a car, and unfortunately, I think they're just missing the mark. I know people are going to pay it, but there are other options out there that could save you money, and that's really what this channel is about, is saving money where you can. And I can't recommend them at that higher price point. However, if you're farting around on eBay a little bit, you can occasionally find these in some lots that can bring the cost per car way down. And I've seen some individual ones with some odd road names or whatever that are down there in that $14 to $15 range. And at that price point, you're rocking and rolling. So if you have the time to piecemeal together a nice long consist, one at a time, absolutely you can find deals on these, and you should jump on them because they are so good. But a lot of times that becomes just a pain, and you kind of just want to get something on your layout and start having fun and enjoying your your model trains. If you can find these for the $20 price point, I think that's an okay compromise, and you're really going to enjoy it. But I wouldn't go and pay more than $100 for those 4-pack, runner sets. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Got kind of a neat review coming this Sunday. We're going to be looking at some scale train stuff for the first time, and these are the DCC ready locomotives, and they're kind of putting Kato on notice. There's definitely some quality things that I want to go over, and I think it's going to be a really cool review. So I will see you this Sunday, and have a good weekend. Bye now.